Marvel's Hawkeye concluded last month, but the hit show, which garnered critical acclaim from fans and media alike, didn't completely escape the ire of fans, with some people proving that they will literally complain about everything. The Kingpin character was at the center of some fans' complaints, and one of the show's stars has responded. Today, we're looking at the criticism and response of the Hawkeye star, so stay with us. First up, how did the show conclude? Let's see. At the beginning of the series finale, Bishop and Barton watch a recording of Eleanor and learn that she was responsible for the death of Armand, while also framing Duquesne at the same time. Eleanor meets with Kingpin to dissolve their partnership. Our heroes then attend Eleanor's Christmas party, where Kate finds out about her father's true dealings with Kingpin. After confronting her mother, it is revealed that her father was deep in debt with the gangster, which is why Eleanor started working with him. As this is all unfolding, Eleanor is the victim of an attempted assassination at the hands of Kazi, of the orders of, you guessed it, Kingpin. In a flash, Kazi changes target and has Barton in the crosshairs, who enlists help from a multitude of sources to help evacuate the party before taking on the feared tracksuit mafia one last time with Bishop. Lopez takes care of Kazi while Bishop goes on the hunt for Eleanor, and Belova confronts Clint about Natasha's death. Clint convinces her of his allegiance with Romanoff, and she ultimately believes him and spares our hero. We then see Kingpin trying to stop Eleanor escaping, but Bishop sticks an arrow in him, which is the least he deserved. Eleanor is then implicated in the murder of Armand and arrested, but not before Kingpin escapes. Lopez catches up to him, and then a gunshot's heard. Barton returns to his family, and the pesky Ronin suit is burnt once and for all. So, what about this fan criticism of the show? It really is a testament to the show and its creators that there were so many positive reviews out there, but the old mantra which says you cannot please everyone is still alive and well. As you know, Kingpin returned in the later episodes of our favorite Marvel TV show of last year, but the way he was introduced wasn't to the liking of everybody. Criticism came as his return was apparently too heavily teased, and the surprise was ruined. Jeez guys, come on. Do you guys have nothing better to worry about? In another criticism of the character, which we cannot imagine people even thinking about, let alone complaining about a couple of years ago, apparently Kingpin was too strong in his fight with Kate. I mean, have you seen the size of the guy? What exactly did they expect? Kingpin actor Vincent D'Onofrio recently chimed in on the criticism. He said, "You know, I learned recently a couple of the fans were very excited about it. They were commenting about the strength that I have, because I'm throwing Kate Bishop around and stuff, but I totally forgot. I just saw a clip on Twitter of me and Charlie Cox fighting in Daredevil's first season. Obviously, Stephen DeKnight is an incredible director. He helped develop the character of Wilson Fisk." He goes on to reference the character's power, which we saw in Daredevil, where he is throwing the titular character around like a ragdoll. So, there you have it guys, he's supposed to be strong. So, what do you know about the future of Kate Bishop? As we know, Hawkeye was a limited series and the creators only ever envisioned it running for one season. But that doesn't mean the guys cannot appear in the wider Marvel universe, just as Clint has previously. Haley Steinfeld, who played Kate Bishop on the popular show, sat down recently and told us that her character can go anywhere in the MCU, which will delight fans. And we believe the young Hawkeye sidekick is popular enough to either carry her own show or appear as a supporting character in future Marvel movies. She said she, I think, is forced into the reality of what it means to be a superhero. It's not all jumping from buildings and making people smile. There's, as she says, collateral damage that goes along with it. But that doesn't stop her. I think it throws her and it alters her outlook. But it doesn't stop this burning fire within her to ultimately help people and protect people. She went on to say that she knows what she's capable of, and that alone is enough for the character to evolve into whatever the writers want. Steinfeld was so full of praise for co-star Jeremy Renner, who she credits with guiding her through what could have been a tough situation for her. She said he made a potentially daunting experience ultimately a smooth one, and felt felt lucky to have him as an ally. Cute. Give us your thoughts on Hawkeye below. A new Spider-Man creative team is discussed next. Stay tuned. April marks the 60th anniversary of one of the world's best-loved superheroes, Spider-Man. And to mark the occasion, writer Zeb Ellis and artist John Romita Jr. have been tasked with the creation of a new #1 issue. It follows the same path as the movies and will see our hero isolated from family and friends, but with Dr. Octopus hunting him, as well as Tombstone making some moves against our webbed friend. The pair are more than familiar with Spider-Man, and Wells has done more than his fair share of work for Marvel, often to the delight of fans. And Romita, of course, has penciled more or less every character in the Marvel universe, so it's safe to say the guys know what they're doing. Editor Nick Lowe said, "Spider-Man doesn't turn 60 every year, and we are going big with this run, cramming it with the biggest WTF moments Spidey has ever had." Zeb and JRJR will go down in history as one of the best creative teams ever. Romita has been called by some the best ever Spider-Man artist, and Marvel has even promised that the upcoming creation will be an amalgamation of all the classic parts we know and love about Spider-Man. The duo were also full of praise for one another and said they cannot wait to work together. What do you make of these guys being behind the new Spider-Man issue? Let us know your thoughts below. News of an all-new Eternals comic now. Stay with us. Eternals fans will be delighted to learn that there is an all-new comic available from Marvel, but they will only be able to view it digitally, as it won't be printed as a hard copy, which might not go down too well with collectors. Eternals, the 500-year war, arrived earlier this week, January 12th, over 7 issues, and focuses on our favorite superheroes as they battle the deviants. The comic will incorporate a multicultural aspect, not just on its pages, but also behind the scenes, which we think is fantastic. Marvel have been at the forefront of inclusion and multiculturalism, and whilst we're nowhere near done, it's a great step forward to have a comic bursting with so much ethnic diversity. The background of the writers, which literally spans across the globe, means that the team can incorporate more personal stories and setting from their parts of the world, and Marvel editor-in-chief C.B. Cebulski said, "These stories also break down borders and provide excitement beyond anything fans can imagine with these diverse multicultural characters." The comics will concede with the release of the movie on Disney+, which also dropped on January 12th. Will you be getting the comics? Let us know below. And finally, news of the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. In news that is sure to delight fans of the Marvel's Fantastic Four, we can reveal that the studio has begun its arduous process of casting for the movie. We first learned that the movie was in development almost 3 years ago, but delays due to that pesky COVID pandemic have meant there hasn't been much movement in relation to, well, anything. A couple of internal leakers well known to the industry have claimed that the process of searching for our 4 icons has begun in earnest. One of these leakers, My Time to Shine Hello, claimed on Twitter that the studios are now searching for their dream combo. And this trustworthy leaker wasn't the only one to voice these claims, with Hendrio Pratama, another famous leaker of movie details, claiming that 2 of the places have already been snatched up by some super prominent actors. It is also rumored that other 2 spots might be reserved for a pair of newcomers, but that is yet to be verified. This information is pretty unclear at the moment, but both of these guys have leaked information before, which has turned out to be true, so there's no reason not to believe them at this current moment. Which 4 actors would you cast if the choice was yours? Let us know below. As always, thanks for tuning in today, and remember to stop by next time for some more fun and games. Also, why not share this video with any Marvel fan friends you have lurking on your socials? Bye, guys.